What's up, guys? So tonight I'm going to meal prep so that way you guys can see what I do, how I grind, how I stay fed, how I stay fit, uh, the food that I eat, the tools that I use. So this is going to take, I don't know, 45 minutes, but don't worry, I'm going to edit down the video so that way it's easier on you guys. Um, I got poor lighting in here, but we got to work with what we got. So this is it. All right, so the tools that we're going to use, I got two pans. They are called the green pan. They're my favorite pans. They're absolutely wonderful as long as you cook with oils. I only got one lid though. That sucks. And then I got ground meats. Okay, so this one is ground turkey. It's lean. It's 99.1. And then this is ground white chicken. Okay, so it's super lean. It's also 99.1. All right. Then what we got is my favorite, my absolute favorite. Can you see that? Make sure you get that real quick. Oh, it's organic broccoli. Oh, it's so good. I absolutely love it. And then this is super new. I seen my mother use it. This is called a meat spatula. I'm so excited. I haven't used it yet, and I'm going to use it now. And maybe you should too. And then, of course, a spoon to mix up the broccoli. All right. Well, let's get cooking. Oh, I want to show you one other thing. I use coconut oil to cook with. Look at this. This is a gallon of organic coconut oil. How awesome is that? It was like 28 bucks. So I take it out of that and I put it in this little one so it's easier to handle. Game time. So I warm up the pans a little bit. No biggie. Put a little organic coconut in there. Coconut oil. All right. The organic broccoli. It usually cooks faster if I do 1 pound at a time, but I don't want to do 1 pound, so I do 2. Once it thaws out, it fits in there a little better. All right. Get the lid on that for a little bit. All right, we got turkey. And we got chicken. Since they're two different textures, they go together really well because the turkey's really, really dry. And with the chicken in it, makes it not so dry, even though it has the same amount of fat content. But I do the turkey as well, just the turkey, if they don't have any chicken. But I love mixing the two. And you know, they do say you're supposed to get 5 different sources of protein a day, so why not mix them? And by they, I don't really know who. I forget where I read that at. But we want to get 5 different sources of protein a day. You didn't know this was going to be so educational, did you? This meat spatula is awesome. So I do the anything ground up. So even if we get chicken or beef or turkey and we see like big natural breasts that are on sale or anything like that, I'll always ask the butcher to grind it because it's easier for our digestive tract. So that's what we want. We want to make it easy for our body. All right, so this is working pretty good. There's probably an art to it, and I'll get it. Don't worry. So since we only have one lid, this might take a wee bit longer. No biggie though. Oh, and I know I keep blocking it, but can you see it? Meal prep containers. Okay? Container size is a huge thing, especially for me because I'm a volume eater and I have to be full. So how do you make yourself feel like you ate a lot? Use a smaller dish. Use a smaller plate so it's full. Those containers that I use, they are, I actually do 5 ounces of turkey and 6 ounces of broccoli in each container, and it fills it up perfectly. And even though I could probably eat 3 or 4 of those in one sitting, that's all that I need, and it makes me happy. So this little nugget is Nyla. She wants to lay down. Don't worry, I'm not gonna drop you. She's 7. She's 7. This is the Zuzi bear. This is the Zuzi bear. She's 9. She's an Italian greyhound. They both are. Aren't they so little? So it seems that the meat spatula works better the more the meat is cooked. So when it was uncooked, it was a little tough. But now it's grinding it up into really small pieces. If I had a cameraman, I'd tell my cameraman to zoom in on the food. But the camera's on a stand. So you're going to stay right there and watch. Yes, this is working very nicely. In all my years of cooking, I've never used a meat spatula, and I can't believe it. And it's absolutely wonderful. All right, so the chicken and turkey's done. I drain it that way all the water and the little bit of fat that's mixed in with it, that it doesn't end up in all my containers. So instead of draining it, what I do is I take just a few paper towels, fold them up, move the meat over a little bit. Pretty simple. And let the bounty picker upper do its job. Now I don't season my stuff because I'll eat anything. But I usually keep it pretty bare. And then before I eat it, I like to put on some sauce that I like to use. I'll show it to you guys. Maybe. Maybe I should. Honey, should I show them the sauce? Yeah. All right, I'll show you the sauce. This might cost extra to see this, but this is what it is. It's Briggs Coconut Liquid Aminos. If you're not using it, you should be. This is a game changer for everything. Everything. I don't season any of my food, but I do use this now. I love it. It goes great on everything. It goes great on the veggies. It's so good. It goes great on the meat. It's so good. I put it on my eggs. I put it on literally everything that I eat. I tried it with pizza before. It wasn't bad, but that's not a good habit to get into. But this is only 1 teaspoon is a serving, so it does have carbs and sugar in it. but 1 teaspoon goes a really long way. So I would recommend this. You can even season your food with it, make stir fries, all kinds of amazing things. This is the best. All right, since the meat's done, the next tool is your food scale. Food scale. This bad boy has been around a while. The only people that have food scales or small scales like that are bodybuilders and drug dealers. Just kidding, that's just a joke. But if you want to control how you look, you got to track what you eat, and the only way to track what you eat is you got to weigh everything after it's cooked, unless it's like rice or oats or things like that. Then it has to be weighed beforehand or measured beforehand. So we got some clean containers here, dry ones. We use these. Put the container on, zero out the scale, super simple. Then it's game time. So I do 5 ounces of meat. This is so awesome with that meat spatula. It's so ground up. This is going to be perfect. So the reason we weigh out everything is because I have my macros figured out. So my macronutrients, how much protein I need, how much fat I need, how many carbs I need. So that's why we're doing this. So that way I know exactly how much I eat every day at every meal. Oh, the broccoli's almost done. How? It's really hot. Almost. Add a little bit more water so it steams it a little bit. A little bit more. I don't know about you guys, but I like soft broccoli. So I try to get it to the point that the big spoon will slice through it. And it's big, just plastic spoon. It's very flimsy. But that way my digestive tract handles it better. Maybe I should say that. Because otherwise, I get all kinds of gas and stuff. So we want to break it down. And I'm probably overcooking it, probably losing a lot of nutrients. But this is where it works for me. And I've been doing it for a while. And I love this organic broccoli. You should really try it. It's really good. With no sauce, too. All right, so we're going to let it dry out just a little bit. So that way we're not weighing a whole bunch of water. Just making sure it's cooked good enough. So the broccoli is done. So then I take my meals. That's already pre-weighed out and they're all the same. And I zero this out. So it's zeroed. So I know I got 5 ounces of meat plus the weight of the container, right? And I do 6 ounces of broccoli. And it's usually to where it's pretty full. Ooh, spot on. So look how full this container is, right? Look at that. It makes me think like I'm going to eat so much. And it's only 5 ounces and 6 ounces. 5 ounces of meat, 6 ounces of broccoli. But it's in this little tiny container, and it makes me feel like I'm eating a whole bunch. All right, guys, there you have it. This is what I do every few days. It all depends what I'm cooking, but chicken and turkey, eggs, fish, these are staples in my diet. This is usually how I cook most of it. If I'm trying to do real big quantities, I batch cook it, put it in a big pan, put it inside the oven so it all can cook at once. But for the most part, this was pretty quick. I don't remember what time it was when we started. Oh, look at that. It has a timer on it. Cameras are awesome. So we're only 31 minutes in. So 31 minutes in, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 meals. I got 7 meals. in 30 minutes. So that'll last a few days. And it's not like I'm going to eat these meals for every meal every day, right? I have different meals: breakfast, lunch, my lunches, and my dinners. So yeah, so we're good there. I love cooking, tons of fun, especially since I found the sauce. So this is what I do. This is how I stay in shape. 80-20, 90-10 rule. 80%, 90% of how you look is in the kitchen, and the rest is in the gym, right? You got to put in a little effort. Or if you got a physical job, whatever. You guys can look how you want to look. All you got to do is get on top of your diet. Once you learn, it's pretty simple. But if you don't know, then you can't do it, right? So if you guys want to, reach out. We're all willing to help. And I will see you guys in the next one.